Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to the Daily Zone, the Daily Wheel on this channel. Me, your host, for the Calvin Zone, or whatever you want to call me. I hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday. Mine was eventful. We worked really hard at work. Between that and the fact that I've been cutting back soda, I've got a pounding headache. Just absolutely taking me out for the count. But I've come, it could be worse. It could be worse. And plus, I think there's a real not good thing. It's not good to not want to go into work. However, the fact that the worst part about my life is just that I have to go to work speaks volumes. And also, work is bad, but it makes being at the house so much better. But yeah, it's gonna be even worse tomorrow, so I do apologize. I really want to play games on the channel. I do have something I can talk about, but I'm just down for the count. It's just rough. It's actually worse than I expected it to be, because you know how I talked about we had this big old list that I have to complete, right? What if I were to tell you they decided to add an extra 4,000 parts onto that list due before the list that I have to get done? Yeah, so we hung, dude, a ton of parts today. Several, I wouldn't say several, maybe like 1,000. I don't know. These parts are pretty heavy. We hung quite a bit of them. But yeah, we hung metal today. Oh, we hang metal every day, but tomorrow I've got to hang 3,500 small little metal pieces that get painted, which should be fun. I think we hang like 40 a rack. So whatever 40 or whatever 3,500 divided by 40 is, that's how many racks of metal I have to hang, get painted, and then take off and put on a pallet, wrap it, and then send it across the street. Ooh, we're not doing that maneuver again. That was a bad whip. That was ooh. But I did play the new WoW. Obviously we're getting into the story rollouts where they roll out a bit of story quest every week. I played that. I thought it was good. It was relatively short, which I guess is fine. I won't lie. I feel like this expansion has been light on content. I don't know if that's wrong to say. I feel like it's improved in lore, and like I love where we're at. I love Quel'Tha the Lost. I love Zul'Aman. Haranar could have been better, and the Void Storm is Void Storm. I love the locales we're in Zul'Aman and Quel'Tha the Lost. I love the story that is going on in both those areas. In the Xal'atath storyline, I feel like they are big steps up from what we had in War Within. However, you're gonna hate me for saying this. I feel like there's a lot more to do in Shadowland, and I know that was a way different time, and priorities probably shifted, but like, I'm like flying around, and like I like to go brain dead on, WoW, and I fly around and I do things, and I understand that it's just the first couple of weeks of the expansion. I'm not sitting here being like, this is terrible, it's the worst expansion ever. I'm just pointing out what I think are flaws, like what I've noticed. I wouldn't even call them flaws, because I'll be honest, I still haven't even got the Lore Master achievement, because I've just not been like, I'm to the point of this, I'm to the point where I'm just kind of hopping on. I play for an hour or two, and I go, that was a good WoW session, and then I hop off, unless I'm playing with friends, and then I'm running dungeons, and I won't lie, I've been having a good time in dungeons. Maybe it's because I'm Pavlov trained from the Legion remix. They do feel like they take forever, but I know they don't. But yeah, I completed the new story quest out, which is called Foothold. I thought it was good. Most of it was okay. The ending though, where Illyria speaks to Turalyon about whether the light controls him or he controls the light, banger of a line. I love that, especially coming from the fact that she already had to deal with somebody losing themselves to the light. I feel like that's going to be kind of his whole character arc, is does he control the light or does the light control him? Because even when they're talking about him hitting his son, he's like, the light didn't fail, I failed to not hit my son. And it's like, ooh, man's got a real bad problem with the light. It's like heroin, you know. He's just like, the heroin's not the problem, guys, I'm the problem. It's just crazy. But I did enjoy that. That was about the only big real story beat that came of that, the few quests that I got. Obviously go to get 7 days for the next one. Gives me more time just to goof around and clear map and do my lore master and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. I like all the classes I'm playing. I generally have a good time. I don't find myself wanting to grind it though, which I guess is not a bad thing, because I mean, I've got so many games, guys, so many games that I want to get around to playing, and I'm just so lazy. And then I'm like, I lay down early and I'm like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night. Like, I'll wake up at like 2 or 3, right? That means I've slept a good bit. And then I wake up at 2 or 3, and then I go, you know what? I just want to sleep and don't want to do anything until work. And so I've gotten in this pretty tragic cycle of coming home from work, recording the video where I yap to y'all, eat my dinner, and then I just sleep for like 10 to 11 hours, and then I get up and go back to work. Which is pretty tragic. So that means I'm not doing anything with my days. But man, all I can tell you is I understand why dads go work their like 10-hour shifts and they come home. Like after work today, all I want to do is get in my recliner, recline, crack open a nice cold Dr. Pepper, because I don't drink beers that often, and just like put on a Twitch stream and then just pass out. Like that's the vibes I wanted to have today. Obviously I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna go straight to bed. I'm gonna record this video. I'm gonna sip on a little bit of more Dr. Pepper because I did order food because I didn't feel like cooking today. I don't know what song this is. TX Blaster. That looks like an anime thing. I feel like I think I'm about to get copyright struck. But yeah, other than that, I'm sorry guys. But this weekend I'm doing a cookout and possibly running the last act of my troll trouble portion of my Pathfinder campaign if my players respond. You know how that is. But very excited. Has some very cool ideas. Because I won't lie to y'all, I've had trouble in the past with doing a big kind of army battles. It ends up becoming a slog of rolls. I don't know how, if you're a DM, how you roll out like those big dynamic army battles. I floated a few ideas in my head, ranging from me pre-rolling it, which is I thought about having just the battlefield be set up like the armies are clashing and the party's weaving through them all. I was like, that's pretty good. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm gonna be honest. I think what I'm gonna do is just do the thing where like the heroes fight in the center of the giant army, like battling. Or I might have them have to fight their way. Like I let them get in the middle of the army and they just like beat like 2 or 3 waves and then get to fight the boss. Possibly. Because we got so many notable characters. Like, see, look, I can show y'all. This is our dinky little town. This is my party. Oh shoot, there's 2 of them. There can't be 2 Richards. And we're missing one. Where is he? I bet you he put himself in one of these buildings. Oh, but yeah. Oh man, I just realized they skipped. Oh, just y'all guys, y'all see this? This is a crazy encounter. I had to make these for later. Shoot. I've made him a look at this camp map. Why is this oh shoot. Oh no, I've made a mistake. Oh no. Well, I gotta fix that. That's not supposed to be his token. That's hilarious. Yeah, this was a great fight. If anybody's curious how much of the stolen lands we've explored, there it is. We've explored that much. Yeah, we're in chapter 4, Rivers Run Red, and we're actually only in this part. I would argue we're nearing the end because I'm coming to them. They decided to go on the defensive, which I did not expect. I had the troll appear and be like, "Yo, I'll give you one chance to bend the knee. Doesn't have to come to blows. I just want all the humans out of the swamp." And my party was like, "Not gonna happen, Chief. This is our kingdom." And then I went, "You got 7 days. 7 days, and I'm gonna start marching to your town to kill everybody." And they took those 7 days and they decided to pull back everybody from all their small towns, all their mines, all their camps. And now they're all huddled up in their small town to hold. They made it. They somehow made this a one fight, winner takes all battle. Okay, that the party made that decision, not me. I didn't set up this way. They've made it so that I'm coming to them and I'm bringing everything I've got, and it's just gonna be one fight, and that settles the whole. Could you imagine, like, could you imagine a king being like, "Yo, let's duke it out. Let's have a fight. Winner gets the other person. I'm gonna come slaughter all the people you care about, burn your whole village to the ground." And you go, "Cool. We're not gonna clash out in the field at all. We're just gonna pull everybody back to the keep. Bring it on." And then you don't have walls. And your kingdom and your town's like 7 buildings. And your standing army is just an army of like a unit of cavalry and a unit of footmen versus an army of trolls. That's what's about to go down. I mean, thankfully they got some pretty cracked heroes in the party. I don't think it's gonna go too bad, but it could have been worse. It could have been way worse. Because I figured I was going to give them the 7-day timer and they were just going to rush down and assassinate the troll leader and that was going to be it. But instead now I'm going to have a cinematic battle with them that I think is pretty cool. I won't speak on it now because I don't think I've spoiled anything. So if there are a player watching, I don't think you've been spoiled on anything. Oh, I'm saying the next session is going to be crazy. But that's it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go get a sleep, hopefully rest my head and have my headache go away, and maybe one day I'll record something that involves games. But yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic tomorrow, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.